Who knew that Jordan Peele, of all people, had this in him? Hello Fanatics, I'm Dylan Phillips, and this is the Film Fanatic Review bringing you Get Out, starring Daniel Kaluuya, Allison Williams, and Bradley Whitford. First, we'll tell you our initial thoughts, and what the movie is about. Then, we'll move on to our spoiler-free likes and dislikes. We'll finish up with our spoiler-heavy thoughts on this film, and our final word. Overall, I was blown away by this film. Everything was unbelievable and exceeded all of my hyped expectations. Get Out follows a young African-American man who goes with his Caucasian girlfriend to visit her mysterious hometown for a weekend. For what I liked about this film, I thought that Daniel Kaluuya's performance was absolute perfection. He brought the wit and comedy that was needed in the role that he had, but he also brought the drama and the emotion when it was needed, and man, this guy has a bright future. I have to say that this is probably one of the best psychological thrillers that I've seen in recent years, and that's saying a lot considering that's probably my favorite genre. The story is gripping and paranoia-inducing while blending horror and comedy seamlessly so that it doesn't seem tacky. The cinematography from the start of this film definitely sets an eerie tone, and I love when camera work does that. Finally, a shout out to the best friend character. That dude was hilarious in every scene he was in. Definitely saw the Key and Peele bits in those scenes. As for what I disliked, all I can nitpick at is that the rest of the cast, I didn't think that they really defined their characters and that any actor may have been able to jump into those roles. However, in a film like this, they didn't need to define the characters and they did what they needed to do. And that's where I'll end our spoiler-free thoughts on this film. If you want to hear our final word or rating of this film, pause now and click the link in the description, because now it's time for spoilers. So not so many spoilers here per se, just some thoughts on some things. I didn't expect so much comedy going into this film despite it being written and directed by Jordan Peele, yet unexpectedly, he somehow made it blend seamlessly in this film, and you got a lot more comedy than you expected in a psychological horror, and yet it still worked. It was easy to predict a number of the plot twists throughout this movie, but even with anticipation, I was still satisfied with the result. And what a twist of an ending where the grandparents were the groundskeeper and the maid. That final third act was so intense, and I'm curious to see what the alternate ending is. So, with the thoughts heard, here's our final word. Get Out is an intense, paranoia-inducing psychological thriller that dives deep into its subject matter. Everything from the writing and cinematography to the music and acting help elevate the creepiness of how real this story feels. This film, as I said, is probably one of the best psychological thrillers I've seen in recent years, so I'm going to give Get Out a 9.5. Thanks everybody for watching our review. Are you planning on seeing Get Out, or if you've already seen it, do you have something to add? What did you think of how the story turned out? Let us know in the comments below. I'm Dylan Phillips, and this has been the Film Fanatic Review. If you liked this video and you want to see more, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Check out our latest Fanatic 5 video where we discuss the top Bill Nye roles. Don't forget to follow us on our social media. We post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Until next time, Fanatics, keep it real.